Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sit in It for a Bit on a Sunday with Arne and Carlos, and we are as always your hosts.
Arne and Carlos.
And today, well, we're getting closer to Halloween, so I guess maybe this is our Halloween costume.
Yeah.
We're wearing these so-called Viking helmets.
Yeah.
They're knitted
With,
by Marcia and Marilyn, and these were a gift to us on our knitting cruise that we've just done.
They're kind of cute.
Yeah, they're very cute. I do like them. I
The
do
horn
have to say.
is going a little bit in.
Yeah, this horn is a little.
I have to put them on properly,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
It's good. This winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Halloween is coming, and so here we are wearing our Viking helmets. Although it is a myth that Vikings had horns on their helmet. It's
Yeah.
not really.
No, it's not true. I
true.
don't know where that came from. I don't remember. I read
don't
it.
know,
I just
but-
read it somewhere.
Maybe also some of Wagner's operas, you know, the Valkyrians and all
Bryn.
that,
Wasn't
and
it?
Brunhildur and all
Brunhildur
that.
with her horns.
But anyway, they are pretty cool. We have no pattern for this, so do not even put it in the comments field. We do not know the pattern.
Nope.
And if you need the pattern, you got to ask Marcia and Marilyn because we have no clue.
No, we have no clue.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's warm.
Yeah, it's warm
But
and
this is nice for skiing.
yeah.
Maybe we can attach, what you call that, like get some attention from the moose.
Oh yeah, moose.
Maybe not so good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear these for cross country skiing when the snow comes. But I am gonna take mine off now.
Look, I'm turning into a unicorn now.
You're turning into unicorn. I am turning into Carlos again, and then I have to do a little bit of an adjustment here because it is,
Nice.
There we go. Okay. Well, anyway, this was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, looking good, coming and going.
Yeah, it's a great way to start what will be the very last Sit in It for a Bit of 2024.
It is actually.
It is, yes.
Because now we have the...
Yeah, starting November 1st, we
Yeah.
have our Knitalong. We're going to be doing the Knitalong daily from November 1st until November 25th.
Yeah.
And after that, we go straight into the Christmas frenzy. We still don't know what we'll be up to for Christmas, so we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, but December is December.
December
It's
is we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And then it'll go all the way until January, and then we'll be back in January with Sit in It for a bit.
Yeah.
But we know, we've pre-recorded the Advent, not the Advent, we've pre-recorded the Knitalong. So we pretty much know that we're coming in every day for 15 minutes to talk. So you'll get like a mini Sit in It for a Bit daily in November, which I think is going to be fun. And if you haven't been following us lately and you're wondering what this Knitalong is, well, it's a free Knitalong. We're doing 6 rows of a design every day for 25 days. And the pattern will be free. And all you need to do is go to arnecarlos.com and visit the blog daily to download your pattern. But you will have to wait until the evening here in Europe. So we will post the episode daily at 6 p.m. Central European time. And you will be able to download the pattern at 6:15 p.m. So when the podcast is over and you've finished listening to that, you can pop over to the blog and download. That's how it's going to be this year. So... now you know.
And the red yarn has been flying out of the stores. So contact your local yarn store because it's coming in now. So reserve the yarn. So you have the yarn if you want to use the Norwegian wool.
Yeah, they were prepared for this, and then still it's sold out. So you can probably expect it to arrive next week. They are flying the yarn in. Unfortunately, I would have rather it went by boat, but
this is
more
now talk about
environmentally friendly.
America. It's out.
North America, the yarn is sold out.
that's coming in now.
Europe, there's plenty of yarn. I'm sorry, you just have to. Get this.
So it's a good red for Christmas.
It is.
It's the best Christmas bread.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what we were thinking about.
That's
You
what we were
always need a
thinking.
good red. So
And worst case scenario, you can get, if you're desperate and you want to get it and you can't find it, you could always get another DK yarn, that you can use. It's for stocking, so it really doesn't matter what kind of yarn you use. If you use a thicker yarn, it'll even get bigger if you want that. So
bigger gifts.
it really is up to you. Yeah. But we are looking forward to starting this Knitalong. I'm going to spend a few days posting, getting everything prepared, as we will be in Japan by the time the podcasts or the episodes start downloading. So it's a little bit of a gamble. We won't be here, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything will work, so that we don't have to get out of bed in the middle of the night to fix some issues or something.
That could happen.
Could happen, but it won't happen.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen.
And when you see this, because this is also pre-recorded. Yeah, so you know that. And we came back from the cruise. When this is out, it's how long?
So we are recording this on Friday, the 20-something. What is it? The 25th? Yeah, Friday the 25th is the day that we are recording this, and the episode will be posted on Friday the 27th. Sunday. Sunday the 27th. So it's Friday the 25th, and we're posting this on Sunday the 27th. You might be wondering, if you are in North America right now, you might be wondering why we are an hour late over there. And that's because we've gone into wintertime now. Well, we haven't, but we will. So
this weekend?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night at 3 o'clock. So Sunday morning, 3 a.m., Norway goes back to wintertime. Well, all of Europe does. And then, you know how it is. We've got centimeters, they've got inches, we've got liters, they have ounces. We've got Celsius, they have Fahrenheit. We go to wintertime earlier than they do. And they go into summertime earlier than we do. We can't agree on anything, it looks like. So North America...
there are bigger problems in the world.
There are bigger problems in the world. But North America goes into wintertime the weekend after, which means the first few days of our podcast will be an hour late in North America. Sorry, but that's the way it is. And today's episode will be an hour later than usual in North America. In Europe, it's always on time. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, as Arne was saying, we were on a cruise, right?
We were on a cruise, and it was very nice. It was just one way. It was from Bergen to Kirkenes, and we haven't done that for a while, have we? No. And we're going to do a new one. Isn't that also from...
Yeah, we're doing the same in February, just the one-way north. Way.
And it was nice. So
that's the cruise for people who don't want to spend 11 nights along the Norwegian coast. Then they get to spend 6 nights instead.
But then again, you get to know people, and then people are leaving.
Which is sad.
So if you go down, probably could be... Maybe we would have had enough of each other.
Exactly, yeah. But no, we couldn't get enough of each other, and then we made the issue that we had. Well, it's not an issue, but when we do the northbound, we end in Kirkenes, and then we have to take a plane to Oslo. Everybody does, and then they continue with an Oslo program, and we go home. That's how we usually do it. And in the past, our flight, because we fly on separate planes, because it's easier for groups to book Norwegian. So our travel agency books Norwegian for everybody, because that works really well. But we have to stay loyal to SAS because we have status there. So we fly SAS. And in the past, we were able to board the plane, go to security, board the plane, and leave. And then everybody else left after us, which is great, because then you can shed a few tears and cry in the plane. But this time our plane was 35 minutes after theirs, and everybody was going through security, and we were standing there hugging everybody goodbye, and I was crying.
Like, how many goodbyes? It was like
I hate goodbyes.
The farewell drinks, and then another goodbye. And
hugs and
a lot of goodbyes.
Yeah, and I get
we're not so good at goodbyes.
Oh, I'm horrible. I get so sentimental. I start tearing up, and I think I cried a little bit.
I think you did.
God, oh no, don't leave me.
Don't leave.
Yeah, but it was a lovely group. We had such a lovely group, and we had such a fantastic time doing this.
Yeah. I didn't do any thrifting this time. I think it's because we've been traveling so much. So I think I have actually taken all the things I like away from the stores.
Did we save money?
Yeah, we did, because they have to bring new stuff in.
Yeah, we actually were in Trondheim has a great thrift store that Arne loves going to. But the thing this time was that we had been to Trondheim the weekend before, so we were there. We were there on October 11th and 12th, and so Arne went to the thrift store on October 12th, and we bought a beautiful terrine shaped like a sort of cabbage or something.
And a new doll.
And a new doll. Yeah.
Oh, she's there.
Oh, you should show her.
No, then I had to
And
go
then,
down.
and then after that, we haven't had a chance to go to. Well, we have had chances to go to thrift stores, but we haven't found anything because
A new
Arne has
one.
bought everything.
Now we have 2 of these.
Yeah.
The one I saved from the garbage and this one from the thrift store.
Yeah.
She has a different hairstyle, but she's cute. And she came with some really... I didn't like the outfits. You liked them. I'm working on new outfits for her. But you said you found this kind of cute, this outfit.
I thought it was a cute sweater. I mean,
I'm going to put on the outfit.
I mean, I wouldn't have knit. No, the skirt's hideous. I wouldn't have knitted the sweater like that. But
it's. I think maybe it's very old.
It's got buttons in the back, and
yeah, but that's not the problem.
I thought the
think
style was
the
cool. Yeah, but I thought it was
better.
I thought it was cool. I mean, I thought it was like like
it's kind of it's
oversized.
Yeah, it's a bit modern in a way, but the neckline is a bit.
Yeah, I agree. The neckline is a little bit silly, but put the skirt on.
And the skirt. Look, this is not nice.
Yeah, that's so ugly.
But it's like a tube.
Yeah.
No shape, nothing. But it's okay for a doll, I guess. Well, not our dolls. And there's no buttoning. Yeah. So she came.
Oh, I thought it
like
was okay.
This.
I still like the...
I think the sweater is not so bad, but I would have made the neckline a little bit...
If the neckline went up a little bit, it would be okay. But I think it's still cool. It's a little bit like a modern kind of thing. I don't know. I like it.
It's a
I like it.
Kind of cool volume, but I think the neckline is a little bit too wide. So you see it stands out back.
I like it. I have to say, Arne.
So we're going to keep it. It's going into the doll, the doll house
that we have right here,
or the doll drawer. Yeah, she's cute. Now we have 3 of these, so we have a collection.
Yep.
Put her back there.
Usually we do.
Be with us.
So on the cruise, we experienced a lot of spectacular things. We started out in Bergen, and every day we went to a new town. And that's how it works. It's like a bus. It stops 34 times, both on the northbound and then on the southbound. And what they do is they have a different schedule so that on the northbound, you stop during the daytime in the big cities. And then in the southbound, you stop at nighttime in the big cities. And then the things that we didn't see because they stopped at night on the northbound, they do on the south. Down. So then you get to see everything. And it's nice. It's nice. So it starts in Bergen. The next day we have Ålesund is the large city. And then we went into the spectacular Fjord. Then it's Trondheim, where we had already shopped at the thrift stores. Then it was Bodø, which unfortunately was on a Sunday. So the thrift stores were all closed.
And it was a great day. So it was actually a very good day because we had the whole day in the ship for knitting. If you went on the excursions, we stayed in the ship and we made a lot that day. So that was actually good.
Yeah, and then we went to Tromsø on Monday. Arne and I both went to the thrift store, but we didn't find anything.
No.
And then Honningsvåg, which is the gateway to the North Cape, we went there on the Tuesday. Yeah. And then on Wednesday we arrived in Kirkenes, which is the end destination or the turning point. And Kirkenes is located very near the Russian border, which now, after the pandemic and the war with Ukraine, the border is hermetically sealed and nobody can get into or out of Russia through Norway anymore. So that's
it was also very, very warm for this time of the year.
Unusually warm.
Yeah, we were out on deck knitting in our t-shirts.
Yeah.
So that is kind of unusual, actually, this time of the year.
Yeah, it was. South of the Arctic Circle, we spent a lot of time on deck, just wearing a t-shirt or a light sweater. And then north of the Arctic Circle, the weather got a little bit rainy. So it was rainy in Bodø. Tromsø was just cloudy. Yeah. And the North Cape was windy. Oh my God, it was windy. But that was a lot of fun. I love playing around in the wind.
Yeah, we didn't blow away.
No,
or ended up in the ocean.
Away. And
so that was...
and then there was another very spectacular thing. So we were lucky on this trip with the Northern Lights because we call our cruise. So we organize these cruises and we call them knitting under the Northern Lights. And boy, did we knit under the Northern Lights this time.
How many nights did
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6 nights.
That's
where
amazing.
Could see the light.
Amazing.
So that was nice. It was very spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
So we had the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. We had it 2 nights south of the Arctic Circle, and then another 2 nights north of the Arctic Circle. We usually say the chances improve after you cross, so after you go north. But you know what? The weather was so good in the south.
Yeah.
And the solar activity is very active right now. This magnetic activity in this.
Yep, you see it way south now. I saw a picture on Instagram from the Downton Abbey.
Highclere Castle.
Highclere Castle with the aurora behind the castle.
Yeah.
That was cool. So it's been way south compared to what's normal. But it's the high peak now, and it's just getting more and more until
2026 will peak, and then it'll start going down again.
And then you see, it's not bad now. So.
No. So if you ever wanted to get a guaranteed peak at the Northern Lights, and you still haven't seen it in your country, which can be likely nowadays because it is so active. But if you want to have a peak of it, maybe you should come to Norway.
Unless you're in Australia or New Zealand, then you have the
Aurora Australis.
Aurora Australis.
Which is also...
maybe that's also active now, I don't know.
Yeah, our friend, I think it was our friend Tanya from Australia who showed us a very pink one that was quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. Very beautiful. So here it's more purple and green, and the one we saw on a picture was pink. And I saw a question, Arne.
Yeah?
About the aurora. Somebody was asking if you can see the aurora with your own naked eye, or do you need to take pictures of it? And what's the answer to that?
Sometimes you can see it, but most of the times it gets stronger on the camera, actually, I think.
Well, I don't know.
We saw it with our clear eyes this time, like green.
Yeah. No, I mean, you said sometimes you can see it, but most of the times no. But that's not correct. You can see it with a naked eye, but it depends on the strength.
It gets stronger, but it gets stronger.
So
on the camera.
It's funny.
Always.
You said sometimes you. Yeah. Anyway, no.
What did I say? Sometimes you can.
Well, you said you couldn't because, but then you said.
But it's been up there and you can hardly see it, and then you put up your camera. And
sometimes.
Yeah.
So let's try. Now we got
the one we had over our house.
Yeah.
That was boiling.
You see?
It was moving like this, and that you saw with your clear eyes, all the different colors.
So I'm a Virgo, and I need to get things straight.
Yeah,
right.
I'm
Arne is
Cancer,
a little bit of an all over the place kind of person. So he's now saying 2 different things. He's kind of saying one thing and then contradicting. But let's. So can you agree with me on this?
Yeah.
Most of the times you can see the aurora with the naked eye, but when the aurora is quite weak, you need to know what you're looking for, and you will see it. You will see it barely as a little bit of a lighter.
That's kind of what I said in my head.
Yeah, you will see it barely, like in the sky. You will just see. You can see it's there, but you won't be able to see the colors. And then you take a photo, and it'll be green. Okay, so that's sometimes, and sometimes when the aurora is particularly strong, you will see it green, and you will see exactly what you see on the camera with your naked eye, and it will dance. But it's more often you will see the not so strong auroras that will become stronger when you photograph them. That's most of the time. And if you're really lucky, you can see the green one.
I think we said exactly the same.
I think we did. Just the Cancer way and then the Virgo way. So now I'm sure. There's no doubt. And to put it this way, we've seen since we started our cruises again. We started organizing them in 2022. And since we started organizing them, we have seen auroras on every trip in the winter, because you can only see them in winter. You can't see them in summer because it needs to be dark. Yep. The only trip we didn't see the auroras was the September 2022 cruise, because it was a northbound, like the one we did now. And it was cloudy the whole way. So that's the only one. Most of the times we've seen auroras and they have become stronger on camera. But I remember two spectacular auroras on our cruises. The number one spectacular was in February last year. February 2023, we were having dinner and we all ran out and we saw it very green and it was dancing like that. It all around. So it was amazing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I can't remember how you... I can't understand how you remember when we were there.
I have a good memory.
Because for me, everything is blurry.
Yeah. So that's the first one. And the second one that we saw that was incredible, and it was very unlikely, was this year in March when we were in Svolvær, in the town. So with light pollution, we were in Svolvær, which is in Lofoten, and we were out having we went out for a walk.
Yeah.
And when we boarded the ship, we looked up the sky, and the most amazing, it was like a ray of green. It was incredible, and it was in town with all the light pollution, and yet it was spectacular.
It was very nice.
Do you remember that one?
I remember that. I remember. I have it on picture.
And then we've seen a spectacular aurora over our own house with the purple lights and the green lights, and as Arne said,
that's when we came back from a cruise and we saw a little bit, and we came home and we saw
No.
That was spectacular.
No, that wasn't it.
Did we come from a cruise?
No. The first time, the first one, the first one. Yeah, we went on a cruise.
I'm lying here.
No, listen here.
Okay.
The first one that we saw the first one that we saw after the pandemic, we came from a cruise. Yes, and we were in the car.
Yeah.
And we got out of the car, and it was there.
Because you saw something moving.
Because I saw something moving. And then we got in the car, we drove home, and then we spent an hour looking at it. But that's not the spectacular one. The spectacular one, Freya wanted to pee.
Oh yeah, I thought that was the same time.
And you went out to walk her, and then you came in and said, come out and see the Aurora, Carlos. Yeah. And then I came out, and then it was, as you say, boiling.
That was almost looking up in the sky. It was almost scary, because it was like, what you call that in Saltströmmen, the thing that goes around.
Oh, the Malmström.
Yeah, like a Malmström.
The current.
Current up.
Looks like a toilet's flushing.
You look up in the current. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we came home and we had a what? No, from the last cruise. Yes,
no,
now
sorry.
We came home. Not that time, but now.
I'm just thinking. I mean, our discussion here now. I'm sure people are thinking now. What does it sound like when we have a severe argument? Who said what? And I remember everything.
Yeah, and I remember nothing.
You remember nothing.
So I can't win this discussion because I don't remember.
It's like,
why?
It's like you said. No.
I can't understand why I forget things. I'm like, maybe I'm getting older, of course.
No,
I think I've always been like this.
You've always been like this.
It's like it goes in one ear and out the other.
I'll tell you why. Because you are a fantastic idea person. You have so many ideas. You have so many thoughts in your mind, and you want to do everything. And I remember we have a nephew who said that he couldn't go to sleep because he had so many ideas and so many things
like
he wanted to do.
I'm like that. There's so much going on. Yeah. So for me, like, it doesn't. It doesn't matter which date it was that we came back from the cruise. And I know we came back a few days ago.
And then you have all these ideas and you do them. So you act on your ideas, and it's always like you're always on to the next thing.
And when you travel as much as we do now again, like now, there's also so little time doing the design work.
Yeah.
So your head is boiling all the time, and the few days you have at home, you just have to be quick.
Yeah.
You have to do stuff. And like now we have another thing going on, and we're going to Japan. So we have to do these things when we come home from Japan, but then we have to plan it in Japan.
So that's Arne. He's got all the ideas, all the thoughts at the same time, and he just, like a little butterfly, I would say.
Or a rabbit, a Duracell.
Like a Duracell rabbit, yeah.
Yeah, but you gave me a very nice sketchbook when we were in Venice. I'm going to bring that.
I took it back.
No, you gave me another one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You have one big one.
We bought one
the
each.
The small one, and I'm going to bring that instead of doing the sketching in my art journal or scrapbook, I'm going to use that one and keep it
And
just for sketches.
I took the other one back, but you can take it if you want to.
I don't need it.
But anyway,
the
Arne
small
has
one is so beautiful.
Arne has all these big ideas, and then I think that I am the detail-oriented person.
You're sorting things out.
But I have a
you get the overview.
And I have detail. Eye for detail. Nothing gets past me.
And you remember the color. Like when we worked with sock design, you always remember the color combinations we have had before, which I don't remember. Then I need to put it up on the computer and have all the color combinations in front of me. That's why I also make photo books with the design, so I can look through a book, because also like having it on the computer making me so confused. So I like to have it on paper.
Yeah. Do you know this chicken knit, Arne? When you knit,
it's called the 70s thing.
No. The chicken knit is I'm not sure what people will probably. You're posting it in the comments.
When you don't have enough yarn.
Yeah, when you know if you don't have enough yarn and you're gonna end whether you're gonna finish or not. Do you know that?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Well, we're doing that with the Sit in It for a bit today.
Why?
Because you forgot to bring the cable, and
What cable?
Well, we just got a notice that we've got 20% battery left, so we'll see.
Run and...
No, let's play chicken with the Sit in It for a bit podcast and see if it just.
So if the phone dies.
If the phone dies, the phone dies, and then.
But then we should be quick now, because we got.
Wait, hang on. If the phone dies,
we're
just gonna record a second part, and then Eric is gonna put it together. We never edit these Sit in It for a bit. You might have noticed they're always as they are. We record them in one go, and we never ever
only
edit.
one time.
Oh really?
When I had COVID.
I
didn't know I had COVID,
and you were
I
coughing
was coughing as crazy. So Eric had to remove some of the coughing, because I didn't want the people to think that I had COVID, because I thought I had the cold.
Yeah. So anyway, worst case scenario, the power will go. We'll put the power back on, and then we'll keep going. And we're gonna meet Eric tomorrow anyway, because we're filming. And then we'll say to Eric to put them together and post it on, and then it will be fine.
But then we should go straight to the box we have here, because we got a box in the post while we were away.
Yeah. But before that, shouldn't we just show a few quick things that we got?
You can show. We got a doll.
Yeah, this American doll.
What's it called? All American? No, the American girl. All American girl. I got a
I like her hair.
Piece of paper, so I know her name, but now I can't find that piece of paper. So there's a new doll in the doll
town,
family.
Yeah. I like her hair. They did a great job. I think that somebody cut it professionally. It
but
looks
I looked
really
at
nice.
the body is soft.
Yeah, the body's soft. Yeah, she's very cute.
She's good. She needs clothing, and we got some fabrics from Diana. We switched scraps. So, but these are actually big pieces of fabric. It's not scraps.
Do you have the other thing we got?
What? I got this one.
I'm thinking of this.
Take that. We got so many things.
Diana gave us these beautiful, these extremely beautiful things. They are works in progress from the 40s. And we were so pleased to see these beautiful. You got some hexagons,
and they look very Japanese. So
the fabrics look extremely Japanese.
These are all very fragile. We should frame them.
Yeah, some of these fabrics look like they are from Japanese, really Japanese designers from the old days. But yeah, look at these. Oops. Oh. Yeah, these we are not going to make anything with, but we will preserve them, and maybe we'll use them, for inspiration in the future.
Look at this one.
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then let's just show a few things and then go straight
and we got
to the
this
knitting.
One. Was this from? We had to show more another time.
Yeah.
This one is fragile. This one has to be framed. So you can take it out. We have to be careful, or I can do it. I have to be careful. But this is really inspiring when you see all the work on this one.
Yeah.
And this is old.
Beautiful.
Look at this one, a crazy quilt. Beautiful, and I like that there are actually these floral embroideries on the big pieces of fabric. There's also a flower, and this is from, it says 1789. I don't know if it is from that.
Nah, probably not, but still old.
So I don't know what that means, but
yeah,
there's a lot of nice stitching here, which you do on crazy quilts. So this is also something that should be framed, because it shouldn't be lying around.
And
like
then let's
this.
do the sweater.
And we got a yoke sweater
from Lynn. This
goes into the archives, because this is so beautiful.
It's a beautiful yoke sweater from the 60s. It was hand knitted in Norway, Saga knit, 100% virgin wool, and it is in perfect condition. And when I say perfect condition, I mean it has been worn, but it is in perfect condition. And that brings me to a question that we have very often. People wonder, how do we preserve, what do we do to preserve the sweater so well? And the answer is, we actually don't do anything. This yarn, the Norwegian sweaters from the past, are of such incredible quality. The yarn, the wool is such high quality that they just don't. If
nothing happens. You can put it out in the cold in the winter. But this is too small for us, so we just keep it as...
and I think Lynn has preserved it very well. It's probably been in a place without any direct sunlight, and and luckily no moths.
And look at this. This has a good armhole.
Yes.
See, there's some extra fabric here, so you can actually...
move.
You can lift your arm. And also, you see the distance from the armhole up to the neckline is good. This is a really good one.
Yeah.
And these are the hardest ones to make, actually.
Yeah, sweaters with yoke are very complicated.
It can go terribly wrong if you don't know what you're doing.
So if you're a new beginner, this is not the sweater you should start.
Well, you can knit it, but the design work can be, when you design them, that can be really difficult.
That can be very hard as well. So
yes.
Yeah, so it was lovely.
This is a nice one.
Okay, so, Arne.
We have to show more next time, because...
we don't know the power situation.
How long we're with you. And we have more. We have done some stuff on the cruise also, so we have more. But we got the box with the collection
for Rowan,
which is out now.
Yeah, and we have just posted these designs online, so you can go to arnecarlos.com and check them out in the shop. So arnecarlos.com, and then select shop, and then you'll see them. We're very happy with this collection. It was inspired by Svalbard. Last year we went on 3 trips to Svalbard, and this year we've gone on 1, but this collection we designed it last year. So in case you're just new and you don't know who we are, and you've heard us rambling about all sorts of crazy things for the past 30 minutes.
For the knitting.
Yeah, we are Arne and Carlos. We are knitwear designers. We have worked professionally since 2002, and nowadays we do a lot of freelance work for Rowan, the British brand. And we were in Svalbard, and it's incredibly beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful and untouched places in the world.
Yeah, and this year we've seen the polar bears.
Twice.
Yeah. We didn't see them the first times we went there, but we were so inspired of being there, so we made the whole collection inspired of.
Luckily, we saw them twice, but luckily we saw them from 1 mile's distance, and it's not allowed to chase them. In Norway, you can't chase polar bears and you can't approach them. It's illegal. But if you happen to be on a ship and you happen to look out and there happens to be a polar bear, the ship won't move closer to it, but with binoculars or a good zoom on a camera.
And there are some places in Svalbard where the ship goes into these fjords and you can go on land. And one of these places we couldn't, because they spotted a polar bear. And it was a bit, it wasn't like, there was not exactly where we should dock, but they're quick, so you don't go in there if.
So I'm going into just going quickly because I want to give out the names of these sweaters. So let's start with Bjørnøya.
Which is this?
Yeah, Bjørnøya means the Bear Island in. This is it.
This one.
Yeah.
Polar bears all over.
Yeah, this is the all over polar bear sweater, Bjørnøya. And Bjørnøya is an island. Actually, it's an island. When you cross from from the North Cape to Svalbard. Svalbard is a group of islands that belong to Norway that are 850 miles south of the North Pole. And when you cross to Svalbard, Bjørnøya is the first island you'll see, and it means the bear island because they saw a polar bear there once. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
There are no polar bears in
They
Bjørnøya.
say someone saw a polar bear.
Anyway, so it's got these very cool faces of polar bears, and it's got an all over polar bear. Here you go.
And this is we made the design, and they made the garment in England.
Yeah.
But this is knitted flat, I think. Yeah, this is knitted flat
always
and
with
sewn
Rowan,
together, and then you have the duplicate stitches.
Yeah.
But I see it's not knitted with these bobbins. See, it's there's floats there.
Yes. So anyway, Bjørnøya is the first design, which Arne is actually knitting in the round as well. So you can show them.
Yeah,
yours.
because I like to knit in the round. So I'm finished the body on this one. I make it bigger because I want this oversized thing.
Yeah, we don't know how much power we have, Arne.
No, we have to be quick. So.
Well, I don't know how quick we have to be, but we have to try. Spitsbergen. So this is the Spitsbergen design, and Spitsbergen is the name of a large island in Svalbard.
It's the island where
Longyearbyen is.
Yeah,
So
it's
Spitsbergen.
part of Svalbard.
And Spitsbergen is beautiful. I love the colors of this sweater. I really love these colors. And it's got huskies, as you can see.
The dog sledge.
The dog sleds.
There's no sledge, but there's dogs.
Yeah.
Connected, what you see in the dog
Yeah.
sledge.
And we talked to Annemor. Annemor holds this lecture about her shoddy. Annemor Sundberg talks about her shoddy mill and all the sweaters that she found. And I think she mentioned that as a fun fact, that when she sorted out all these old sweaters, a lot of them had dogs on them. Yeah. So we thought of her when we were doing this design here. And I love the stripes and I love the colors of this.
Yeah, I'm going to knit this one also. But again, I will knit it on the round with a drop sleeve. Yeah. But you can knit anything on the round. No, not anything, but you can knit, if it's possible, you can knit it on the round.
And then we've got this sweater here. I love this one too.
This needs to be knitted flat.
Yeah, this is an Intarsia sweater with a husky on it for all you husky lovers out there. This one we call it Ny-Ålesund. And Ny-Ålesund is the world's northernmost permanent settlement in Svalbard. It has 30 people living there full time and there's 70 people who live there in the summer. It's a radio silence area, no Wi-Fi allowed, and they do research there. And they also have the world's northernmost post office in Ny-Ålesund.
I think this one came out really cute.
Oh yeah, this is
next year is the year of the dog, I think.
So this will be. Oh, it is. Oh, that's my year.
I think it is.
That's my year. That's cool.
The husky.
So and then we have Bamsebu. Here we go. Bamsebu is this here.
A big polar bear.
A big polar bear as an Intarsia model, as you can see. Very cool. And I love the features of the face of the Bamsebu. Bamse is a kind of a nickname, like a cute word for bear in Norwegian, and bu is a little hut. Yeah. So Bamsebu is an area. It's actually a bay. It's not a bay, but it's a beach in Svalbard that has a lot of the whale remains.
Yeah, there's like piles of bones from the whaling.
From the whale fishing time. And
which you're not supposed to touch.
Everything in Svalbard is protected, so everything has to be left as it is. So this is from the past when there was whale fishing, and so the bones of the whales are all over the bay.
And I think there's a book from Bamsebu, two ladies who lived there one winter. I think they wrote a book about it.
Yeah, there's a cute little hut there as well, which is very nice. So very, very nice. And then we have Boltedalen in two colorways.
Carlos, it just disappeared. How is your microphone doing, you think?
It's doing really great.
Two color combinations.
Two color combinations on Boltedalen, which is the same design as Spitsbergen, but it only has it across the top. So you have a very easy...
This is easier.
Yeah, you have an easy knit all the way until the top. And Boltedalen is a valley in Spitsbergen. And it's near Longyearbyen, and Arne and I, we went dog sledding in Boltedalen. with a company called Green Dog, which
Yes, we
was
were in that
amazing.
area.
Yeah. So here are the dogs running across the front and part of the
That's
sleeve.
why you put the name on it,
Yeah.
because we've been actually dog sledging there.
Well, yeah, we've been everywhere. We've been everywhere where I put names. So anyway, beautiful, beautiful, simple design and this beautiful green color that we love so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else have we got?
Then we have,
yeah, we can do the cardigan is called Tempelfjord. This is the cardigan.
This one, that one.
No, this is the cardigan.
Yeah. I like this.
Yeah, this is a
We've
mix.
done this cable on the scarf on our web
Yeah.
shop before, but now we use the same cable on the cardigan. And
Yeah.
you know cables, that's also Svalbard because of the coal mining. So you
Yeah.
think about the cable or the
And
chain.
actually, we were knitting this scarf that we posted on our web shop that year. We were knitting it in Svalbard, so we have memories of knitting it in Svalbard, and then we made it into a collection. Do you remember when we were in Tempelfjord?
No.
Okay, so
22.
23. So Tempelfjord is the fjord where we had lunch when we went on the scooter for 7 hours. We actually drove.
Where there was this little cabin.
Yes.
And there was one guy looking out on the ocean
Yeah.
all the time looking for the polar bears because
Yeah.
then we had to hide in the cabin or
Yeah.
jump on the scooter and
Yeah, and that's the cabin where the Crown Prince family stayed
Yeah, they stay there.
for many days when they were in Svalbard back in the day. But anyway, Tempelfjord, that's where we had lunch, and that's where the cabin was. It's amazing, yeah, how I can remember all these
I
things.
don't know how you can.
Anyway, very beautiful design.
And then a sweater with the same pattern
but as a sweater.
as a sweater.
And this one is actually called the Svalbard sweater.
I want to make this one also. I think I'm really happy with this collection. I think it came out really nice.
Yeah, and the Svalbard sweater, we have it in 2 colorways, as you
Yeah.
can see here.
And this has to be knitted in pieces back and forth because you have those lines of
Yeah.
color. You can see it clear on this
And it's
one.
nice how it changes from one colorway to the other.
Yeah,
it looks completely
looks like
different.
two different designs,
Yeah.
and it's the same pattern.
Yeah.
So that is kind of fun because there's not so many colors we work with because I think how many colors are there in
I don't know, 15
12
or something?
or
12?
15, 14? Yeah.
And then we love this cable so much, the chains. So we did a vest as well.
I'm going to go down now and pick up the rest.
Yeah, and this vest is called the Kongsfjord. Now, you know the Kongsfjord, don't you? It's considered the most beautiful fjord in Svalbard. And when we were on the Svalbard Express last year and this year, we go into the Kongsfjord to arrive in Ny-Ålesund. And it is breathtaking. There are glaciers all around it. No, not glaciers. Yes, glaciers.
Yeah, that's glacier.
Isbreer. There's glaciers, and it is just spectacular. So anyway, here is Kongsfjord.
And what about the hat?
So the hat.
The hat has the same cable as the others, and if you have
Isfjord.
if you have the scarf from our website, you can do matching.
Yeah, the hat is called Isfjord, which is the fjord in Longyearbyen, isn't it?
Isfjord, yeah, I think that's.
I think so.
really-
I have to double check now
So
because
good, I remember now.
well, I have to look it up because I don't want to make a mistake and say
Something wrong.
something wrong.
And then we also have the mittens. I can show the mittens while you're looking. It's the same way as a Selbu mitten, the same principle.
No, it's actually a fjord on the west side of
west side.
Spitsbergen.
What's the name of the mittens?
The mittens are
Mittens
called
with dogs.
Longyearbyen.
This is
So the capital of Svalbard,
so
Longyearbyen.
this is actually very traditional Norwegian. It's a Selbu kind of mitten with dogs, which is the oldest patterns. So yes, and then we have.
So anyway, the Isfjord is, but we have been there.
Isfjord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It is the fjord of Longyearbyen. It is.
Yeah, it's
This
the
is
fjord.
the-
Okay, this is the
So
fjords that
this
goes.
is the Isfjord, and here's Longyearbyen. So it's correct. It is Isfjord, the
Well-
ice fjord.
Yeah.
And then we have the very cute Dickie.
And this is kind of fun because we stop in all these places and we call this for Jan Mine. And I guess we will. This will be. I think this is something we will
Here.
hear about because there are no polar bears in Jan Mine.
Wow.
But he's on the way from Svalbard to Iceland. But
So,
he's
yeah.
so cute, and we just use names from where we have
Sometimes
been.
so So a quick geography lesson. You've got Norway here. You've got Svalbard up here, close to the North Pole, 850 miles.
Put the pole
right?
on,
Here is Norway here. And you've got Iceland. Iceland is over here. And here is Svalbard. So between Svalbard and Iceland, with Norway here, you've got an island called Jan Mayen. It's a volcanic island with a fantastically beautiful volcano called Mount Bergen. And there are absolutely no polar bears. However, there could be.
There could be. You know, when we were in Iceland, there was a polar bear floating in on an ice flake from Greenland, which we talked about before.
It's a big deal, huh?
That's a big deal.
It was a big deal.
He could have ended up in...
Well, he ended up
Jan
in
Mayen.
Iceland.
But he could have stopped in Jan Mayen.
Yeah. He could have come to Jan Mayen too. So two things. There are no polar bears in Jan Mayen, and Jan Mayen is not part of the Svalbard archipelago. But sometimes they're grouped together. So the Jan Mayen, the Svalbard and Jan Mayen Islands. So they group them together even if they're geographically not.
But then I have a story for you if the battery doesn't die, because I have a book series of Scandinavia in the 1700s, and in that book I read that once back then, maybe in the 1600s, there was a polar bear who came floating in on an island not far from North Cape.
Yep. So
eat that, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Right. Anyway, this is the collection for Rowan, inspired by our trips to Svalbard, and it is available now on our website at arnecarlos.com. So go there, check out the patterns. We put them at 30% as an introductory discount, so they'll be available at 30% off until next week, until next Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, until October 1st. No, November 1st. They'll be available for free for free. They'll be available with a 30%. You see, this is why we should edit, because we say all kinds of wrong things. The collection is available with a 30% discount until November 1st. And after that, they go up to the regular price. So, you want to get them before that. We will be doing features on these designs and maybe showing the inspiration in some short videos. Eventually, we're going to work on that. And I think we're going to do a tutorial as well, Arne, on how to take a Rowan sweater and translate it into a knitting on the round sweater.
Yeah.
So we will do that as well.
If it's possible to do it on the round.
If it's possible, because as Arne was saying,
like the big polar bear and the cable, you can't do that on the round.
The cable sweaters you can't do in the round. The intarsia sweater you cannot do in the round because it's intarsia.
But the polar bear all over and the dog sledge could be done on the round.
So we'll be doing that. I think we won over the chicken.
Yeah, I think we did, and I think someone is chopping wood somewhere in the woods
we've got
around
somebody
here.
clearing.
So it's not the microphone. If you hear something,
it's a wood. It's a motor shop. So anyway, we've won the chicken race, and we were able to show all the designs for Rowan, and we did talk a little bit about the cruise and other things.
So I think next time we will show you more of the stuff we got on the cruise and things we done on the cruise.
Yeah. Shall we try? I mean, let's do this.
When you see this next time, it's a long time ago.
Let's do the formalities now, and then we'll see how much time we have after the formalities.
So if you like our episodes, put your thumbs up, and if you're a subscriber, put on the notifications, because then you won't miss the episode.
Yep.
And you can also become a member. Then you will know about the cruises before other people. You will get some shenanigans
in the kitchen and around the house, and there's live streams with knitting help. Those have been on ice for a while, but we will resume the live streams in November, and there's fun badges and emojis. So there's lots of additional content for those who can't get enough of us here on a regular channel. So do go to arnecarlos.com. Go to the channel, the YouTube channel at Arne Carlos. Check out the subscribe button, and next to that you will find a join button. You can select your tier and just become a member and help support the channel. The channel is only running here because of the help that we get in our members website. So that's always good to know. So the formalities are over. So now we can calmly continue by showing a few more things we did before the phone dies. And when the phone dies, and then Eric doesn't have to do anything.
No. So I finished the dress for Cher. This is a sablé, a silk sablé that is like 2 layers and one is cut. In the old days they used a sable. And then we had a little piece of fabric of velvet with flowers on. So I cut the flowers out, and they are now appliqued on top. And I have now stitched, or what you call that, I sew them together by hand, the lining and the dress. So now it's only the sewing by hand, and I need some snaps. We call press buttons, snaps on the back. And then this dress is finished, and she also got a jacket. I wove in the ends last night.
Oh, there it is.
It's a white jacket of a leftover yarn. I have some buttons, but I haven't put the buttons on, and I'm not sure if the white jacket is good with the blue dress.
Yeah.
But it could be. But
so for the first for the first time in history, Arne didn't finish any projects.
So where's your
because
project?
it's all
You
unfinished. It's all unfinished. I finished my hat. I don't have it with me, but if you go over to our shorts here on YouTube, or if you go check out the reels on Instagram. No, not the reels. The reels. You check out the reels in Instagram or the shorts here. You'll see the finished polar bear hat, which is very similar to the dickie that we have here. Just there are 4 polar bears, one on each side of the hat.
So
4
this
times.
girl has now a new dress, and I have ordered hangers. So I'm gonna do like a rack, so I can put the.
But you were disappointed with what you got on the mail.
You know, that is so. I'm so disappointed. I have to check again. Because it says, you know, this plate with letters on them, so you can organize your records. And they're like this size. They're not even for a little record. Maybe it's for CDs, but that's not the record, is it?
No, it's for I don't know.
So I think I have to get some plastic thing or some paper things and put those on the paper.
They cheated you.
They're like this small size, and they will disappear in between the vinyl.
Well.
So and then what more?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, I made 2 half sleeves, and I finished this last night. I can actually talk more when I'm not. I can knit more when I'm not talking.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. We did the formalities. We got to show you everything Arne didn't finish. We didn't show you what I finished, but you can see that if you go to the reels and the shorts. And the collection for Rowan that is now out and hopefully will live its own life. And the final thing to remember is that we've got our Knitalong coming up. So the first episode is on Friday, November 1st. I think it's a Friday. Let me double check the calendar, because I am a little bit confused I am actually get confused.
Don't ask me.
So it is definitely Friday, November 1st. We will be boarding a plane to Tokyo, but the Knitalong will run on its own, and it's all pre-recorded, so you don't have to worry. We will be able to fulfill our promise of 25 days of Knitalong, and we will all knit 6 rounds a day. Well, not us, because we're in Japan, but we have done it anyway. And the first episode is all about the toe. Last year we actually started on the 6 first rows, but this year we are actually starting with the toe on day 1, because we're not in such a hurry for Christmas.
No.
So we figured we can do that. So stay tuned for that. The first episode will air at 6 p.m. Central European Time, which is 5 p.m. in the UK and Northern Ireland. And after that, in North America, it'll be an hour later, due to the fact that we will be in wintertime, whilst the North Americans still are in summertime, which means that it will air at 1 p.m. in East North America.
Don't ask me.
And at 10 a.m. in Pacific. Yeah. And at noon in Central.
But you know, Carlos, now I think I see some chocolate on the table.
Oh, yummy.
That's also a gift.
This
I think we should open it now, and maybe we should stop now before the telephone dies.
Have a little chocky before brekkie.
Yeah.
Because we're recording
before brekkie.
Yeah, we're recording this very early morning because we have so much to do today.
Yeah.
So podcast was the very first thing that we needed to do, and now I'm opening the chocolate. Ooh, it's...
No, I think we should...
No, I just want to see what it is.
Oh, yeah. But don't put all this...
Now these are.
Okay, now there will be some horrible scenes here.
I smell peanut butter.
We should stop the camera because now the fight will start.
I smell peanut butter. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna eat a few of these before breakfast, and we will see you on Friday at the Knitalong. So take good care of yourselves until then, and have a great week. Bye.
Give me one.
Let's share one.
No.
Oops.
You can't share. Bye.
Bye.